Come here. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing this August the 7th, 2025 nightly update as there was some news as Ripple Labs and the SEC have dismissed their appeal in the legal battle, concluding a major enforcement action. A joint report is due by August 15th to finalize the dispute. And what appears to be going on is with the rulings that were filed last year when XRP and they both appealed counter appeals is finally over. It was pretty much over last year, and the price appreciated, went up 10%, apparently on the news. And bell notification comment down below. And I got this one guy, I don't mean to call you out, MG9009. I don't know, I believe he's been here for a while. Biggest news, and you are invisible. Invisible. I'm not sure how I'm invisible when I posted a video 5 hours ago, two videos yesterday, two videos the day before, two videos the day before that, and videos every day. And I don't know if you do know this, but most of my audience does know this. I have a full-time job, right? I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and I leave the house about an hour later. And I don't get back home usually till between 4 and 7 p.m. at night every night, right? So I have a job, full-time job, right? And then also a part-time job to make extra money. And then I do this. So I'm not invisible. I'm here because I already made a video today. So I'm not sure how that's invisible. And I've had about an hour's worth of content in the past 3 days total, right? So half hour each day. So I'm not sure, but just so you guys do know, and that guy knows, I do have a full-time job, right? So I can't be on here constantly like people that just do this full time and they can just come on whenever. I have a full-time job where that occupies a lot of my day. And then I fit this in on lunchtime through the day or breaks at night if I have time. Sometimes I'm exhausted and you don't get a nightly update, but let's get into the price. You can see the Bitcoin price today had a nice rebound, came all the way up to where it fell off the other day. If we look at it in the daily, you can see we're going to do these quicker today to try to move in some of these altcoins. You can see we had the pump, we had the bounce off the 50-day moving average, which was where we thought it would bounce. Now we're coming back up into where we fell. So this will be a resistance zone. And if we break out of here, you can make a run like Ethereum just did and breach this 123,000 new all-time high. If not, the 118,660 could act as local resistance. And for any reason, if you get resisted, your 100-day moving average and the 3-year pattern support, major support, just near the 108,000 is your major lower support, right? That's where you would get supported by if you fell below the 50-day moving average. And if you pump to the upside, if you breach the 118,000, you can shoot up to that 123 all-time high. And then if you break out of that, you can make a run at the consolidation next breakout to the upper end of this range, but could push you to 140 to 150. So that's what we're watching out for. Your major support on the underneath is just below the 100-day moving average of the 3-year rising channel support, right? And then your major upper resistance right now is the old swing high, right? So you'd like underneath support, uptrending, rising channel, overhead resistance, old all-time high. If we go into what the big news of the day was, the XRP price. You can see, we'll look at the price first. You can see we had the big move today. We breached and broke the 307, and now we are making a run at the 378. And that's what we're going to try to break now on this most recent run. If we break out of where we're at now, your next resistance level is the old swing high of 364. For any kind of reason, if you fall back down and get resisted and get a sell off, 307 is your major short term support now to stay bullish. Your overhead resistance is 376. If you break the 376, you go to the all time high, right? If you have any kind of correction, 307 is your major underneath support now with the XRP price. And if we look at the 4 hourly, you can see where we're at with the 376 off this consolidation. If we go into the daily, you can see we're well ahead now. We're about to get past the 342 again and then take out the swing high. This is very exciting and this is very critical to see what's going on over the next several days, or do we get a harsh rejection? The same thing with XLM. We did have the big pump. We're above the 43 cents now. Now, for any kind of reason, we come back down and retest 43 is your major support now. And if we hold that on any kind of retest, your next move is the 51-cent swing high. And if you can take that out, you can make a run at 56. For any reason, if you come back to the 43 cents and can't hold it, your major underneath support would be the 36 cents or the uptrending 50-day moving average, which is now just above that, as you can see right there. If we look at the XRP news and read this, Ripple and SEC, the long running legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission is officially over. On August 7th, both parties filed a joint uh, dismissal with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, confirming the withdrawal of their respective appeals. SEC dismisses appeal against Ripple. According to the court documents, the SEC has dismissed its appeal. The joint filing states that both parties uh, a- agree to dismiss of the case, with each side bearing its own legal cost. The filing brings a close to the most high-profile enforcement action in crypto history. It also marks the final step in the aftermath of Judge Torres' 2023 ruling that found that Ripple institutional XRP sales violate security laws, while uh, programmatic sales and secondary market transactions did not. Today, filing ends the effort and confirms that no changes will be made to the original $125 million penalty. And because of that, the price did pump 10%, along with a broad market move the last couple of days. So we'll see if that broad market move can continue. My dinner is done, so I'm going to eat. We'll bring some more news on here in a little bit. Um, we'll look at some altcoins. I'll try to get you an altcoin video, but we'll look at AMP real quick while we're here. You can see AMP has followed the broader market trend, just like I'm deleting that, where we did have the pump just above the pattern support at 0.00315. And right now, we're just below the 50-day moving average, uh, and just below the 100-day moving average. And all three of these moving averages have been major resistance. So to continue this little short-term bullish, we need to get over the 50 and then try to get over the 100 and then hold support on top of the 100. And then we can maybe turn short-term bullish and try to make a run up here at the 0.00485. Like the channel, subscribe. I'm going to eat my dinner. It's been a 14-hour day. Peace and love.